This is Steve Ridgel, and we're kind of working through a series of videos on the anticipation, the advent of joy, peace, love. And today we're going to talk about the advent of hope, as seen in the coming of Jesus, as seen in his coming back. Our world needs hope desperately. Boy, there's so many people you talk to, and there's got to be a better life. Now, we tend to think a lot of people frame that in economics things. Yes, if we could just take more from the rich people, give it to the poor people, everyone would have hope. It doesn't work that way. But there are people out there desperate for hope that they can know where their next meal is coming from, hope that they can have lodging. And I get that hope. And people that just hope for the things like joy and peace and love in their life, they have no hope. Now, I'm going to tell you as Christians two things we passionately believe. One is this life is not the best it's ever going to be. It is not going to, our best life will never be lived here. We have a hope, solid, positive, realistic, based in the reality of the love of God in Jesus Christ. We have hope for a better tomorrow. We long for a place, as toward the end of the Bible, you will read of the place where there's no tears, no pain. Man, there's no sorrow. God's going to wipe the tears away. There's no night. We long for that place when everything is as it should be because of God and Jesus. But we Christians even have hope in this life. We do. Well, if you're a Christian, you do have hope that you will be fed, you will be sheltered, because we do that for each other. Not because we believe a government should, and even some churches who believe they ought to get a budget and a bunch of people in charge of helping out, because we believe that's what we do for our brothers and sisters. And if you're reaching the disenfranchised and you're bringing them into your church, you're going to take care of them. That's what we do. Real, lasting hope. Hope that this is not the best it's ever going to be. And I'm going to tell you, I have a good life. I love my life, but even at that, there are things I think, wow. People in hospice, people that are getting bad diagnosis, people that are spending the holidays in hospitals. Man, they hope to be healed. Some of them, if they're believers and ask God, he may heal them in this life. Others won't be healed here, but if they're believers, they will be healed there. I always believe God heals his people, the new body in the new heaven and the new earth. We are people that know a world desperately needs hope. And we've got that hope of life and hope of joy and hope of peace and hope for all the things that are wrong with this world. You see, when someone decides to follow Jesus, in their life, there's not room for, racial prejudice. There's not room for the hope of politics, the hope of power, the hope of popularity, the hope of plenty. All those preachery kind of P's you like to use to say, here's where hope is not really found, because those don't really solve anything. But Jesus really does. So when you hear this holiday season, O Holy Night, man, when you hear the line about hope, that's a thrill of hope. The weary world rejoices. Man, that just, every time I hear a thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. That is truth. We Christians sing that not because it's a cool Christmas song, because we do believe a weary world needs the thrill of hope. And that comes in Jesus. And God lets us share in that this holiday season. So I'm, for one, am praying and looking and rejoicing in the advent of hope through Jesus.